Now, while I'm absolutely sure that there's going to be a lot of cool stuff at the Xbox Showcase, there's also a bit of bad news that's sort of coming out right now. And, it's really one of those things where I've kind of come to expect all the bad stuff that comes along with it, and Microsoft possibly, canceling games or whatever. Because let's just be honest, there's a lot of games that get canceled that we don't even know about. So, like, for instance, we know that Microsoft they closed down Tango Gameworks and Arcane. So, Arcane was in the middle of pitching a game, but I'm sure that they were probably working on something as well. That'll come out in due time, but they were supposedly going to work on, the next Dishonored game. Regardless of them, let's look at Tango Gameworks. According to people that worked there, they were already working on, Ghostwire Tokyo 2, and that was actually due out sometime this year. Obviously, things could have been changed due to pandemic situation or whatever, but even so, they had to be pretty far into it to, for it to be canceled. So we know that that's been canceled. We know that Microsoft canceled the Blizzard game. But there's a game that many of us are kind of looking at, and we haven't seen anything from it in a while. And I'm looking at this, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this is sort of crazy, because we haven't heard anything from it. There's all kinds of problems with this development studios. And, I'm just kind of myself thinking to this, what's happened with this game? Because I'm sure we're going to get updates on stuff like State of Decay 3, maybe even Perfect Dark, and that's going to be, I think, good enough for some people. I think the big problem is going to be when, we look at a game like Contraband, right? We don't even really know what Contraband is, okay? But now we're hearing that it's internally delayed, and this would be the second time that this game was internally delayed. The upcoming Xbox title that we've not heard about in years with Avalanche Studios after going dark since a 2021 announcement. It was revealed that Microsoft would be publishing the game, and a lot of rumors are suggesting that the partnership is still ways out from paying off. Speaking on a recent podcast, somebody claimed that Contraband had been internally delayed and is now aiming for a 2025 release at the earliest. And The Verge's Tom Waring also popped up in the comments on the podcast saying that Contraband is a ways off for sure. Here's what they said, and I quote, "I've been told that it's been delayed and it's going to be delayed well into 2025. Could be the end of 2025 for all we know. The people who played it, said the game was fun. It was great. It was a very early build." So obviously this is all unconfirmed situation at the moment. It should be taken with a grain of salt, but it does come at an interesting time for developer Avalanche Studios, as earlier in the week, the team announced via its website that it's closing its Montreal and New York offices and laying off roughly 50 people in the process. Now, whether we see the game in action again, remains to be seen, but the game was first unveiled, over 3 years ago. So again, this weekend's equivalent could be one to watch for news on it. Maybe, I personally would love to see something on it, because we haven't seen anything from it so far, and we don't even really know what it is, some kind of vehicle combat thing or whatever, but the fact that the studio behind it has been seeing closures and things, I don't think that really bodes well for a lot of people, so again, to believe it or not, it's kind of crazy. So the wait for the Avalanche Studios heist title Contraband already feels like quite a long one, because like I said, we're already coming up on, 3 years since it was announced. And believe it or not, this game was supposed to window for launch in 2022. And so now you're looking at a 2025 launch. That doesn't say much for it anyway. But anyway, it's been 6 years since the developer released Just for on consoles. Now the studio's forthcoming Xbox exclusive may see it extensively delayed, as a string of layoffs have hit the studios, and they're even closing down some things. So anyway, it's just one of those things. Earlier Obviously, it's been suggested that Contraband's gameplay was similar to that of underrated FPS game Battlefield Hardline. A very surprising comparison. Claimed that was heavily rumored as well. So I mean, I guess we'll see. With Contraband focusing on things larceny and another fictional paradise, sort of like Just Cause, wouldn't be a surprise then if this could be something that we could be seeing. Or supposedly, I heard it was going to rely a lot on. This is what I heard years ago, like vehicle combat or whatever, sort of like what they were known for with the Mad Max game. So, again, we'll see what's up. The Just Cause games kind of pay tribute to the 80s action movies and things like that, where you can pretty much blow up everything. Like I said, they did a bunch of layoffs and closed some studios and things like that. Word on Contraband has been pretty much non-existent since its initial reveal, so obviously a lot of people were hoping that it would eventually show up again, especially since this game, like I said, was supposed to be talked about prior, and it was supposed to release a while ago. So yeah, it's one of those things where we're kind of looking at this a situation, and we're just kind of wondering what's going to happen from the future on with Xbox. I don't know, like it just seems like they have a lot of problems with their exclusivity. I mean, not just talking about exclusivity, but it just like with their studios. I'm not sure what the deal is, to be honest with you. Like it's kind of maddening as a fan, because I want to see how these games are. I want to see what the games are. Again, I don't think that's asking too much, because as fans, we're the ones that are spending our money. We're the ones that are going out of our way to make sure that that our hard-earned money is kind of spent in the industry. And so it's kind of unfortunate to me that we're in this weird situation where this continues to happen. So I hope that we can get something from this game, like all the games that we've been seeing, and clarification. Like, I just wish, right? I guess maybe this is just me. I just wish that we got, some clear ideas on what's happening, because at the end of the day, that's what we need. We need people to sort of be very honest. We need Microsoft, Sony, all these companies to be honest. If something was canceled, then it's canceled. I don't give a shit how bad it makes you look. It makes you look bad regardless. Do you think having a game canceled looks as bad as, constantly having games announced and then not actually come out or whatever? Again, I just don't think that people are sort of realizing, again, that we deserve answers on this kind of stuff. What games are coming, what games aren't coming, what's been canceled, what hasn't been canceled. Let us know at least. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate it. I'll link all this stuff in the description. You guys can check it out. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys all have a great day. If you guys enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and possibly even share it out. Crap Gamer out.